Children, come, come.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, no, no. In fact, my old...
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, that simply walked. Fortunately, I have not yet. Oh, did my friend... I will not go... The teapot that you entered
So, in the...
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. But that's enough nostalgia.
That's right!
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for... What's more, I doubt that you would know how to... Well, for starters, I require some... You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies. But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner, since even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite. In any case, smaragdus jadeite isn't it? Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help...
Yes.
She counts? How come there are so many Adeptus?
Oh, maybe so. Who can say?
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yen Fei. She's the one helping Yen Fei. I believe you've already heard of the traveler and her travel.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being a shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yenfei, a legal advisor. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention.
All right, Yen Fei, all right. You'll have to excuse Yen Fei. She's always been like this.
Paimon was gonna ask the same question.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lappet. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and...
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus.
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he... Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked. The chasm's been sealed off, and there's just no way in. Couldn't secure any...
Is that so? Yen Fei, are you sure you can't find some other...
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times.
Whoa, that's a...
Commercial consultancy. Crossel. A Snezhnayan merchant who... He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some smaragdus jadeite, so I guess I'll go look for him. Oh, you want to join me?
Wow. Best we be a little more...
Rain outlines your fate.
I should open a store here.
Hello, Mr. Crop.
Oh, good, very good.
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job.
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, in the end, Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins?
Wait, isn't smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because the contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item... In return, I included a clause that guarantees the smaragdus jadeite is genuine.
Guaranteed genuine? With 10 times the value...
Of course. This way, both the client and I
In that case, might you know where Monsieur Chow lives? We'd like to pay.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be off now.
I should open a store here.
No, my sword!
Leo Lee Pavilion. Best Lee food in town.
So, are you buying or not?
Oh, whatever shall I do? Yes, that's me.
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? My associates and I are very...
The hairpins. I don't know how it could have happened. I spend so much money on them. If I have to pay their original... My family is in the ore business too. But we now have a backlog of paid-up orders. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and so that's what the hairpins were for, too. But now that I've lost the hairpin...
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong...
Would you...
Hold on. Don't run off.
Huh? Well,
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's illegal and true.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very... Furthermore, the contract also expressly states, and given the rarity of Smaragdus jadeite...
even higher. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
However, all of...
Did you really have to pause before saying that? Whichever way you look at it.
Except that if we found the hairpins, they're...
Please. Please. However much it is, now that it's come to this...
Yes, legally speak. So hold on a moment, Monsieur Chow.
What did I feel? My family has seen much...
Smooth to... No, it's nothing. I just...
My friend, what can
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned.
About that.
You lost them!
I'm sorry. Truly.
Mora! Do you have any idea? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back.
No problem. But before It was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid...
Of course! Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay...
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official
Thank you very much. How?
Looks like I'll have to find some way to...
Please wait, Monsieur Chow. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find...
I should open a store here. Why did they have to give me that transfer?
Miss Yanfei, what is this about?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus...
What do you mean?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best... Monsieur Chow, did you at any time feel unwell?
No, not at all.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier, if I've deduced correctly, he may still...
If that's the case, we should go confront him.
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, There's no way he would admit to it, and then he'd throw the Smaragdus jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of
Well then, since you're so...
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first...
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for... It feels like Yanfei is...
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now, any work commissioned but not bound by a contract.
I understand. Then I will...
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5.
This contract has so many pages.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and...
I've had to read through.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this... I don't believe you have been part of an
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask...
Because, as it happens, whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is also... The idea of someone abusing the... But again, let's not dwell on this. Ah, I've got it. If Mr. Crossell had his...
Why, hello there, on...
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnai...
A Snezhnai? I do remember. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really... He was quite generous with his money, too.
Do you have...
Why, yes. It was my...
Thank you, sir. Well...
Try your luck betting on Jade?
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, yes. It's not particularly rare. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of...
A thin layer of separation.
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for trace...
Is that so? So, did you find anything? So they really are different.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these two stones. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that and I'm sure...
All right, let's focus up.
But never mind, Shirto.
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them.
Can't believe the welcome. Miss Yanfei?
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell didn't...
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow...
Of course.
Oh, I have my reasons. Ah, yes. Please, this document shall serve as signed...
Yes, I see.
I wouldn't say there's been an incident. Just...
With this hard evidence to back us up?
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Aha! Got it! Xingxi.
Well, that was quick.
Because lots of people come to me, as you know, Liyue Harbor, but the amendments made by the Tianquan. As such...
So you helped the...
Yes, well, that's... You sound surprised, knowing that... Oh, this has nothing to do with being...
Again, with that casual...
Well, that's that.
Here is consumer psychology. New stock at Sigu Antiques. Join
Oh, Miss Yanfei, it's you.
Have no further trouble from then on? Has a merchant by the name of Crossell asked you to...
Crossell. Yes, I remember him. The design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. This order was on hold for a very long time.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Xingxi, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossell commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or—
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials. Mr. Crossell wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself, the item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins. The inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the official—
Thank you, Singsi. Now, could you let me borrow this document?
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway. I take it then that there's been some more trouble?
Nothing you need to worry about, just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again!
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boop.
The weirdo with the snake around his neck? What do you want to speak to him for?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful to the human body. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can...
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl.
My. To what? And if it isn't Miss Yenfei as well?
No. I'm here this time to ask...
Smaragdus Jadeite? What? The Seven Mountain Treatises states that this it is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without... Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way. I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an...
That is indeed the case. If you would be...
No trouble at all. It's just a single document, won't... But after I gave... I wonder, Miss Yenfei.
You needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baizhu. Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure...
You're too kind.
That Baizhu guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position...
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please.
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus Jade. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be...
Material evidence? What material evidence? I spent a huge sum to obtain...
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative... This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with...
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus... In any case, Smaragdus nephrite is the...
That's That's an
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as
Ugh. Looks like her
Hard evidence, something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him. Oh, come on. I meant the backup copy of the document from the ministry.
This document proves...
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence...
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do... Traveler, would you do the honors? I'm referring to the affidavit signed by
What?
Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountain. Sustained contact with Smaragdus jade. Mr. Crossell, were you aware?
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'm afraid that this However, I'm sure that the Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I trust that you'll give them your...
What? Wait!
Oh, so you knew? Oh.
Huh? No.
Aren't actually inlaid with genuine smaragd. You do understand, Mr. Crossell. Mr. Crossell, your answer...
Yanfei's seriously intimidating right now.
I admit it. But I'm a victim in all of this, too. I invested a great deal of time, but after receiving it and carrying, I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that that's why I had another pair of hairpins made from... I kept the real Smaragdus jadeite, and I was worried that someone would see through it.
Exactly.
I didn't want to either. But when I purchased that Smaragdus jadeite, some of my business... If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hair...
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any...
10 times.
Crossell looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my...
20%? That's as much as I...
There's no... Even if the Smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing... However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus jadeite, why don't you give it...
What? But...
Miss Yanfei.
Well, that's not quite how the...
Thanks so much for your...
Oh, come on. No need to...
Well
then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Is that so?
Actually, I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very... If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and...
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus jadeite that Granny wants.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us that... even though the solution didn't involve...
The right solution depends on the objective of my client, Mr. Chow, an Adeptus. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue...
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely
Well, since we got what we came for... With the wind.
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find this? Good.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get...
Oh, you. All right, then.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the... I've been looking into the lock.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not?
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness. Indeed, Yanfei might be overly garrulous. Liyue is not the same. All right, then. Let us speak of this no more.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it...
It is but a single... There we go. Hold it firmly. If you were to drop, take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need.
Wait a minute, Granny. How?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged.